A new study investigated how long it takes to get over an ex-partner. On average, it took about 4.18 years for the emotional attachment to an ex-partner to be halfway dissolved. For the typical person, the bond to an ex completely faded away around 8 years, but for some, it takes longer. Chat, this seems like a skill issue. Just don't get a partner ever, and then this can never happen. I find this true. Chat, is it really true? Just have a dimension, it will take less. That's a good one too. I don't know, man. Just stay a virgin. Yeah, be religious. Become like a monk. Then you don't have to live with this. It varies with the duration of the relationship too. I would kind of disagree because some people have insane emotional attachments to people. Maybe it's like during a really rough time, and it could be a period of like a year, and they could still have a really rough time letting them go. I also think that the older you get, I think that could also be a factor, because if proportionally speaking, if you are with someone for 3 years and you're like 18 years old, it's not, it feels like it's like longer, but not really, because you've only been alive for 21 years. If that makes sense, like proportionally. I dated someone for 6 years and still not really over it. I was with someone for 10 years, over a year now without her, and only now started to normalize. Man, that's rough. Chat, just become celibate. Frick partners, frick women, frick men. Yeah, watch VTubers. Yeah, it's just that easy. You'll be okay. I like that they measure this in half-life like a radioactive isotope. Wait, that actually is true. He said half-life. That's strong. What is it? Volunteers took an age range. An average age in their early 30s. In their early 30s, and 57% were women. On average, the volunteers had been together with their ex-partners for about 4.6 years, and the breakup had occurred 5 years on average before the study. Oh. Yeah, they had a bunch of different questions regarding their emotional attachments. Some never do. I think it also depends on like how the breakup went. Like, what if you just didn't expect it? Yeah, what if you just didn't expect it right from the get-go and it like tears your heart out? Like, some people kind of detach themselves slowly and maybe they'll get over it. If you have your heart ripped out of your chest, like, you kind of just never get over it. You probably have like trust issues and shit. That's a factor. Difference between breakup or death. I think they would have specified. I think losing a partner to death, I don't think they should do studies on that, because getting over an ex is not the same as losing your partner to like cancer or a car crash. I think that some people I've read, like for example, Steve Irwin's wife says that she has not dated since he died. She said word for word, I had my happily ever after and I don't want to date anyone. And I think that was so beautiful but tragic. Like, she knew she loved them, like then, right there and there. Yeah. Very, very sad. I wonder if the study considers regular contact with an ex-partner, like are they still talking sometimes or are they completely cut off? Yeah, that too. Some people just like I don't get people that still talk to their ex if they had a bad breakup. Why would you still talk to them if you had a bad breakup? I understand if it's like maybe mutual, but if there's kids involved, there's not much choice. That's a factor too. That is a factor. If you have children, you very likely still have to talk to each other, but with like a bad breakup and you have no kids, why are you talking? Just like go your separate ways. If you have a mutual breakup and are like going your separate ways, like it's not that weird, I suppose. I don't know. Joint custody, Stanley? I don't think this counts. The most important factor in predicting a continued emotional bond to the ex was if continued contact with their ex. Moreover, very anxious people tend to have longer lasting bonds with their exes. Uh-oh. Anxious people, L. Having children with the ex-partner resulted in an initially stronger emotional bond, which faded more quickly for childless ex-partners. Yeah, obviously, kid. This is a no-brainer. If you have children, you want to make, I would hope, you want the best for your kids. Yeah. I sent you the Steve Irwin relevant link if you want to pull it up. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, hit me. Oh no. Oh, this is so cute. Oh. Terry Irwin, widow of crocodile hunter Steve Irwin, has stayed single since his passing. Focusing instead on family and conservation. I'm not looking. I already had my happily ever after. They were together for 14 years before his tragic death. To cope with the loss, Terry made a nightly ritual with their kids, sharing positive reflections from each day. Now the Irwin family is dedicated to continuing Steve's legacy and passion for wildlife conservation. Bro, I'm gonna cry. That is so fucking sad, bro. You do not find pure women like this all the time, man. That is so fucking sad. I know, I'm cringe, like... I don't know, man. That shit makes me sad. Almost 20 years solo. Yeah, like that, it's gonna be 20 years soon. I don't know, I thought this whole family tragedy was just so, I don't know, sad, but like... What's like the word for like sad but beautiful in a way? Because like his kids are growing up and his kid looks just like him and he loves animals just like him. Bittersweet. Yeah, I think bittersweet, wholesome. I don't know. Obviously, I wouldn't want him dead, but it's like, damn, dude. I cry when I see good parent moments in shows. Dad goals. Yeah. That's very sweet, man. It kind of reminds me of, you know, I know that people argue and say, like, animals don't actually feel love, but there are some animals out there, specifically bigger birds, if they lose a partner, they never mate ever again. Like, ever. Even if they're, like, young animals, they're, like, the young life cycle of their life. If they lose their lifelong partner, that's it. They never breed again. I don't know. Scroll down in the comments and holy essaying. Holy, some essaying. Which one? It might be different from mine. Oh my god, I got jump scared by Gordon Ramsay. Crows are like that. Crocodiles, crows. Some animals are monogamous. Yeah, I don't know. Because some animals aren't monogamous. Yeah. I think it also depends how you do it or how you broke up. I feel like if I was fucked over and betrayed, it's probably never going away without some sort of big enlightenment. If it's mutual respect thing, I think it would be easier to move on. If it's I don't want to see them ever again, then it's much easier to move on. Then there's like stuff like having kids together, pets, mutual friends. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I've heard of stories of people that are like, I can't break up with them properly because my friends are all friends with them and then I have to alienate myself from the friend group. Yeah. It's different for you. Someone named Emmy Liz wrote like 10 paragraphs about men being trash or something. I didn't really read into it. You should screenshot it. How do you take away Terry Irwin being a widower for life and loving animals and continuing her husband's legacy? And into like men are trash? Like, what? Steve Irwin was not a trash person. He was a really kind person. Especially to animals. I don't know, man. There's a reach, Mr. Fantastic. I don't know, man. Some people are fucking schizos. Happy St. Patrick's Day from Ireland, Alana. Yo, thank you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. He was a Giga Chad. Yeah, and his kid now is a Giga Chad too. Very beautiful. I don't know. Kind of related to this, but sounds about right. We were together for 11 years, going on 8 years since separation. I think it'll be longer for me slightly. Damn. Depends on the person. I had a 17-year relationship that gradually got worse over time. When I was done, I was really done. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, if it's a slow burn, you could eventually look it up. I mean, not look it up, get over it. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. The mental fortitude, man. To be fair, 4 to 8 years can happen while in the relationship. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, you eventually detach yourself. You're like, I can't do this anymore. I've heard of people that I watched a documentary of a woman that was watching her husband like slowly succumb to like really serious drug addiction, like heroin, and she tried to help him for like 10 years, and then eventually one day she's like, I can't do this anymore. I tried my best. I gave you all my love, and I'm just gonna take the kids and just run. Yeah. It happens literally every day, obviously, and it's sad, but it's a very, very real factor to it. Again, it also depends, like, what if you're watching someone, like, losing someone to addiction? That's sad, too. That's an essaying. Curious to know if how this affected by repeated breakups with the same person. First breakup, I was inconsolable, but by the 20th breakup, 4th year, final affair, I was relieved? What? 20th breakup? Buddy, what are you doing? What? They're the problem, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you'd be one and done, no? Like, cheated on once, shame on me. Cheating twice? Shame on you. Jesus, dude. 5 breakups a year? Bro, I don't even know. That's insane. 20 breakups in 4 years. What is that on average? Like a breakup like every like 5 months or something? 4 months? Fool me 20 times, I'm fucking retarded. True. I don't know, I feel like that's a skill issue. Also, women get into relationships for gifts. Yeah, but like, is any gifts like really worth the trauma? Oh my god. My mod just sent me the essaying. This is from the video. This is from this post. And this bitch be essaying. Holy. Oh my god. Oh my god. All the dudes in here are acting like she's rare. When you get all these women in the comments cheering her on and saying they would do the same. Which is it? Dudes really are just women, TBH. Y'all complain about being single, but go for the shitty person! Hoping they will feel all your hopes and dreams of what you want in the partner. But guess what? It's not gonna happen. Stop picking the fucking cheerleader or football dude. Holy shit, this bitch is fucking stupid. Chad, I think she's a little misguided. Good women are 100% not plentiful, man. Stop dating one person. Dating is a verb, guys. Blah, 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 blah. You might even be searching for a shit person because that's what you're used to or didn't know what was unhealthy. Again, misguided essaying, but yeah, what the fuck. What the hell? Holy crap, that's beyond bitter. And that's what's the funniest part is that this person is in a relationship, I would assume. They have a picture of them with someone, so I don't know. She's crazy. I've never written anything on Instagram. I feel like if you write an essay, you lost. Yeah. Walking red flag for sure. Do not engage with the walking red flag chat. Stop picking the fucking cheerleader or the football tutor. Sounds like she's kind of angry at someone or something. I don't know. Maybe she's projecting because she doesn't want her relationship. If you put in this much effort into writing some fucking dumbass Instagram post that nobody will ever see. This wasn't even updated, by the way. She wrote this on her own free will. I would imagine if you're typing this on your phone, this probably took like at least 10 minutes. Good women exist, you just need therapy, chud. Yeah, bro. Still stuck in high school phase, probably. Yeah, I feel like someone in high school wronged her and she's like really stuck on it. You need therapy, m'lady.